Off we go.
There's Gary, David's not here, he'll be here in a minute. But we have to get the new captain from the city and have a conversation. Seated throughout our tour, thank you to Tony Body Parts while inside of my wooden rail. Thank you for not smoking or vaping. You're welcome. Flashlight is going to do very well good outside the boat, but it will blind everybody around you, including the fellows trying to drive the boat. Finally, in the unlikely event we start to take on water, we do have flotation devices sufficient for me. The 3 people that took my picture. Actually, I've got enough flotation devices for everybody on this boat. But if you have to find yourself out of my boat and in my water, your next course of action is probably going to be standing up and walking out of the San Antonio River. Whenever the river's only 4 foot deep, and you walk from one side to the other, and I'll get your cell phone all wet. So is everybody still ready to go?
Yes!
How many of you are fans of, or at least familiar with the Tejano singer by the name of Selena? Yeah. On this very bridge, 1992, she became engaged to be married, reported. 5 years later, 1997, a biopic about her life starring Jennifer Lopez was filmed here in San Antonio. Since that movie's release, this bridge is now referred to as Selena's Bridge. In case you were wondering, none of the people that just crossed that bridge was Selena or Jennifer Lopez.
Of course.
To our port, Omni La Maison Del Rio Hotel, and that building opened in 1853. It was much smaller. Then it was known as St. Mary's Convent for Boys. The boys' school much needed here in South Texas. It prospered, then becoming St. Mary's University. The School of Law was housed there until 1966, when the school consolidated the west side of San Antonio, where it stands today. School alum bought that property and transformed the La Maison Del Rio Hotel, opening it just in time for the 1968 World's Fair. The Omni Corporation bought it in 2002. This Tomorrow Street Bridge looks pretty common. Cars, trucks, buses, people going over the top of it. We're driving under it. However, this is a magic bridge. What I'm going to ask you to do is look about the other side of this bridge, and for you to give your attention to the building on our left, look all the way to the top of that building as we come out on this bridge for a magical optical illusion. Are you ready? Hocus pocus, let us focus on the building to our left. All the way to the top.
Oh my God.
Looks like a flat roof instead of a full building. The reason being that this hospital was built on this campaign as far as it's like a flat looking wall. The hospital opened in 1930. It was the first full-service hospital in Texas, one of the first in the nation. It had improvements in it like valet parking and air conditioning. Unfortunately, now it's just fully air conditioned. The hospital closed in by the time COVID hit it. Ahead of us, the Hyatt Regency Hotel, 16 stories tall, opened in 1981. My friends, if you're ever fortunate enough to stay in the Hyatt Regency in a room overlooking the river, seriously consider closing your curtains after dark. You'll be surprised what boat captains get to see coming down the river. Things you never again. To our starboard, that would be right to you land lovers. Looking up a little, beautiful painted recessed brick domes, architectural feature of the 1927 era Casino Club building. Now the Casino Club was never a gambling organization. It was actually a philanthropic German business association that disbanded in the mid-1950s after being together for about a century. The building changed hands a time or two, and in 1970 it was renovated into a restaurant and retail space in the first two floors. The historic Color Street Bridge on the right is Casarillo. In 1946, they were the first to offer riverside dining. They were also the first to offer riverboat rides, and those boats were gondolas. Gondolas are pushed around with long poles. I really can't tell you folks how happy I am. They got me on that idea and gave me an electric boat. The Hacienda for which Casarillo is expanded is here on our right. I pulled that building out because it actually spans over land. As we come out from under the Alamo Street Bridge, ahead of us will be the Marriott Riverwalk, which finished in 1979. To the left of us, the Marriott River Center finished in 1988. But before they could build the Marriott River Center, they had to overcome the fact that the Fremont Hotel had been that location since 1906. This historic standing forbade it from being torn down, even though it was a derelict building at the time. To renovate it to make it part of the Marriott family was not their business plan, so they took the only option they had left. They moved it. 1985, after 5 years of study, they jacked up that 16,000-ton building, put it on a flatbed truck with pneumatic tires, and on the next 6 days, moved it 4 blocks to the corner of Nuevo and South Alamo Streets, where it stands to this moment. The Guinness Book of World Records has recognized the move of the Fremont, the largest building moved on pneumatic tires. If you want to see the full documentary about that move, of course it's on YouTube. About how to do it. At the top of it is a restaurant that makes one complete revolution every hour. That's fast enough to have a nice meal, see all of San Antonio and its environs, but not so fast that you need a Dramamine for dessert. Just above the restaurant is an observation deck, and for $16 you can ride a glass panel elevator all the way to the observation deck. Or, twice a year, you may take the stairs. There's only 952 of them. In 1981, the record for climbing those stairs from the ground to that observation deck was set at 5 minutes, 18 seconds. I have to tell you, good people, I will never do that again. One of the newest pieces of public art here in San Antonio, this is Stargazer Seat Lolly, calling us back to a time when looking at the stars was a daily occurrence. Made from blocks of volcanic ash mined in Mexico, she is gazing at and through a marble star. Headed into the River Center section of the man-made extension, finished in 1988, so it's the newest part of the man-made extension, but it's not the newest part of the Riverwalk. This is the Go Rio dock at River Center. It's the second of our 3 docks, same tour route, just in a big up drop-off spots. Now, folks, you see the people on the boat here, right here. See these folks right here on this boat? Those are actually tourists in the native habitat. Now, your guest, please understand that, okay? Because tourists just really just freak me out. I've never seen the same one yet. They're all wild. Be absolutely even. Conrad Hill knew a good thing when he heard it, gave the contract in July 1967. The HB Executive Company came on site and started building the first 4 floors. They built elevator shaft. They got a short building out of this. Coming out from under the bridges, reiterating the original main town of San Antonio River, as we do so, you know, some of the roads to the restaurant across the way. On this time of night, Drake and Mr. Weaver going up there to get something to eat. They're not the one there because they never paid for it. What about walls there? Well, that got old rather quickly, so I asked him, I said, look. We recognized his genius by naming him the father of the River Walk. Ahead of us is a sculpture, and you can see it if they turn the lights on. Let me see if I can help you. Looks like cattle being driven up and out of the water. That is Coming Home to the Briscoes. It's an homage to the time of San Antonio was a cow town. At one time, there were an estimated 4 million unbranded or barrack Texas Longhorn cattle running around. And if you wanted to get in the cattle business, all you had to do was go out, round up a herd, put your brand on them, and there you have it. Of course, you want to be able to sell those animals. The nearest yard at the time would have been Abilene, Kansas. A 10-week cattle drive where we were standing this very moment. The first cattle drive actually started in Pleasanton, Texas, just south of us a little bit. Many of the streets here in San Antonio, a lot of the highways in this part of Texas, when they were being planned, were planned to follow cattle.